What's up guys? Today it is really hot outside, so we're staying inside a little bit and we're going to be working on doing a modular hub install on a Gen 3 Eaton M90. Okay, so we're going to be doing a top swap on a Monte Carlo here pretty soon. So today I'm just going to be getting some stuff ready. Here I've got the pulley extraction tool or pulley removal tool from Smooth Flow Pulleys. And what we're going to be working on is over here. We got this Gen 3 M90 that we're going to pull this pulley off of, and we're going to be replacing it with an offset pulley and a modular hub. So today I'm doing the modular hub, and the first thing to do with that is to remove this little vent plug right here, which is just a 21 millimeter right here like that, and you can see it. And then with that out of the way, we can go ahead and set up the tool, which comes in about 1,000 pieces, which is fine. So all you do is split this back piece just like this. Stick this behind the pulley and then re-snug it back up. There. Then you just take the front half, we're just going to sit in front here, run the bolts through, and just get them started to hold it. We'll run them in closer in just a minute. And before we run that all the way in, we're going to go ahead and set up the little puller. We're going to try to do this the correct way again by threading this into the shaft of the supercharger. If this does not work, I'm going to show you the plan B method of using this tool. But for right now, oh, hold on. For right now, we're going to try this, but I forgot that I need to put these on here first. This tool comes with a nut and 2 washers. I would recommend greasing these washers up before you use them with some kind of really good lubricant, because it will help a lot with being able to turn that bolt. So just having the 2 of them lubricated between each other. Then you're just going to slip this shaft through here. Okay. So the correct setup is this, with the nut on that side and the washers between the nut and the outer plate. And then you thread this shaft all the way in until it stops, but you don't really have to go crazy with that. You just want to thread it in a little bit. Then we should be able to snug these. Should be able to snug these outer bolts down, and they don't need to be really tight. I don't even like to run them all the way in, just down till they're flush with the back of the plate. But do make sure that they're even. And once you've got them in there evenly, then we can start working on this outer thing. And then what you're supposed to do here, if this works correctly, is back this nut all the way back to this plate, just like that. Then you're going to want to hold the shaft with 1 wrench and turn the nut with another wrench. Just like this. And you'd want to make sure you don't accidentally turn the shaft, because if you turn the shaft, you could strip out the inside of this, and then that's going to cause you some pretty major problems. Okay, so what I did was I used this ratchet here to hold this side, and I'm using this big wrench to turn the nut. So you just want to hold the shaft still and then turn the wrench, or use the wrench to turn the nut only. Do not let the shaft turn at all. It's going to be hard to turn and it's going to want to fight you, but it should come off. So we're just going to be doing this for a few minutes. Alright, eventually that will pop loose like this. Then you're just going to unscrew the shaft from the supercharger, which may have gotten a little bit stuck. If it does, just from the pressure of taking it off, you can just kind of bump it with an impact and it should come right out. Or in this case, leave the shaft in the supercharger. Either way it'll come out though. And then there you've got that. Okay, and here we've got the ZZP Modular Hub Kit. Inside the bag you will see it comes with the modular hub and the bolts and the little plug for the snout. Let's put that out of the way for right now. And then what you're going to do is you're going to want to press it down flush to this. So what we're going to do is go ahead and remove these bolts for right now. Looks like one of them actually got tightened. Then we'll just take a little bit of this caliper grease, not much because you don't want it left over. You do also want to check this seal at this point and make sure it looks good. This one does, but if you need to change your seal, right now is the time to do it. With the pulley off, you just got this little clip in here. Take this clip out, you can press the seal off, press a new one on, put the clip back, and put the pulley back. No problem. This one does not need it, so we're not going to be putting a seal on it at this time. So we're going to press this hub on here. Just kind of get it stuck a little bit right there. Then we're going to take this with this reinstalled and thread it into the snout of the supercharger. Actually, first we're going to convert this. So what you're going to do, push the pulley, the nut, back towards the end that you hold, just like this. Then you're going to want to put your washers, then this, then thread it into the supercharger, just like that. Okay, with that good and snug, then you're just going to run this nut down until this block butts up against the thing there, just like this. Okay, then it's going to be pretty much exactly like what you did to take it off. You're just going to hold it with one side and you're going to thread the nut on with the other side. The only problem that you may have, that I've run into multiple times trying to do this, is that sometimes when you go to turn this, it's going to try to turn the shaft too, which is unfortunate and a pain in the butt. We're gonna have to mess, actually this one is doing that right now, so we're gonna need to mess with it a bit to figure out how to get that to not do that. Okay, so what we figured out here, we took two of these bolts and stuck back through here and took this wrench, stuck it right here. I had my son hold this, and then I used two wrenches, one to hold here and one to turn here. That worked like a charm. So it came apart, or went back together I should say, just fine. Then you're just going to unscrew it like this, and you should be left with the hub like that, just flat to the end of the snout. Then with that done, your modular pulley will now sit right there. This is an offset pulley, and the reason why is because we're going to be doing a top swap, and we're doing a top swap using the one belt to run the supercharger and the accessories. So this is offset to line up with the accessory belt, so that's why it looks like that. So your final step is to take this little plug, pop it in the end just like that, all you need to do there. You do not need to worry about putting that back. That's just a vent anyway. Then you're just going to take your new pulley, line it up, and start these. I'm not done working on this supercharger yet, so I'm not going to final tighten these or Loctite them or anything like that. But this is basically what it's going to look like when I am done and when it is together. And that's it. We're done. Doing these modular pulley swaps is pretty easy, but I haven't done a video on a Gen 3 yet, so I thought I'd go ahead and do it. Any other questions, drop them down in the comments and I will try to answer as best I can. Drop this video a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. See you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.